This is me, Amka. I'm currently broadcasting from Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City. And in my back is one of the most gorgeous, magnificent, reveries, beautiful grandmaster view in this planet. In District 9, in the area of apartment, Vinh home, you gonna experience that view. Okay, the reason why I'm making this video ram because I wanna share a story of where are opportunities in life and how could you able to access to more opportunities. And I'm gonna tell you a story because my mentor say that if you tell people facts, people will forget. If you tell people a story, people will remember. At the time, I was born and raised in Vietnam, right? In the middle of Vietnam, the city named Cam Ranh, next to the city Nha Trang. And if you're familiar with the United States history, you will notice that it's the Cam Ranh Bay, and you're 100% correct. One of the target of United States military. When I grew up there, every day was so perfect because it's one beach next to my house. I can just walk a couple minutes and gonna see myself walking barefoot on the beach, enjoy all the sunshine in the morning, and drink the fresh coconut, the one that with the green husk outside. And I still remember one of the memories that I'm having that I always question myself. Every time it's come to the holiday named Tet, which is China New Year, my family don't have much visitor compared to other families. I don't know why. And I was questioning myself a lot because in the tradition of that, people will go to each other's house to giving some good wishes. And from that good wishes, they're gonna give the children in that house some lei say. And lei say is either envelope with money inside, the red envelope with money inside. And usually the adult people will give it to the children. And the children gonna say some good wishes back. I hope that you're gonna live to 100 years old. And we used to have a joke that he 95 now, next year that guy gonna die. And I still remember that these activities happen so regularly and frequently in the other families. They all packed with these activities of let's say of giving good wishes and visit each other. And my family was always in the position of visit other families. We never packed with guests in our house, in our home. And I still don't know why. As I grew up, I started to notice that my family wasn't good at at connecting with other people and networking. And I realized that it's a massive disadvantage applies because as I grew up, I noticed that all the opportunities in life came from the fact that you're able to meet and giving values to the most the more people that you give value to, the more opportunities in life that you get. So I still remember that at the time, I go through many challenges on building a business, export fruit. And that time, everything was in the struggling, everything was so hard. And I still remember seeing myself every single day travel at least 100 kilometers, which means about 60 miles a day, just to talk to farmer, just to talk to all the supplier in the fruit industry, right? And think, not going to anywhere. And I questioned myself, what's wrong? What seems to be trouble? What seems to be a problem? Because I worked really hard, and I try to interact with many clients through my website, right? I bring my website to the top of Google at the time with my team. So we're working really hard, but the result wasn't go to anywhere until I discovered that the business of fruit import and export is heavily based on the consignment activity. For any of you don't understand what consignment activity is, consignment sales means that you're gonna send a whole container of fruit from Vietnam, for example, to the other country, and there's gonna be a middleman who take care of the shop to sell the whole container, because there's so many risks involved in that business. If a client to put a down payment, and you send a container there, there's many risks that the client have to facing. For example, they might facing the challenge of get the fruit getting rotten, and they just lose all their money, and you not take responsibility on what you're selling, right? And there's many more challenges and many more issues related to the fruit export import industry. So that's why it's heavily based on commission. And even though I fly to China, to Cambodia, to Vietnam, to Thailand, to Singapore, or even go to the New York market, the Hunt Point, the largest market in the whole United States on fresh produce, people are having the same technique, having the same method of running this market by commission. And you only consignment your products there, and they're gonna sell it for you. They get some commission, they send the money back in a month later on advance, depend on the term of each supplier or of each middleman, right? So it was a massive challenge because I have no money in my pocket. And in order for you to send one container of fruit from Vietnam to China, that require you at least $40,000. $40,000 in order to just send one container. And if you mess up, you lose it all. There's many risks involved. Might be the partner not gonna pay you back. Might be the middleman just run away. There's many challenge and there are many risks involved in that activities. It make that the business so rough. Okay, it make the first business one of the roughest business in this planet, to my point of view. So I still remember we just running around for a couple of months without getting any result, until I just consistently meeting new customer, new clients, get refused from people, right? To one point that I met a investor, and I gonna keep his name secret. Just say that his name is D. Okay, D owning one of the largest, is the co-founder of one of the largest company in North America for the plastic bag, for book bag industry. So I thankful to him a lot because he helping me out for that period. And after having a dinner with him and share him my story in a restaurant in Ho Chi Minh City, I was saying, I told him that, hey, let's build $1 billion company together, with the smile on my face, and he just accepted, and he gave the money to me. That's how we beginning to able to export $millions fruit to China, right? And what surprised at that moment, because without meeting him, I might have to struggling in that business because they have no fund, because they have no capital. So the story here is that at the beginning, my family wasn't taught me how to do all these things, right? I was in the mode of don't know how to connect with people, to the point that I run my first business, and I realized that how important it is to get your business running, because people is the key of all the business out there. And when I discovered that, to me, the life now is just a simple equation. It's not hard anymore. It's not something that impossible to reaching millions dollar. It's not something that impossible to running some business. It's not impossible for me to get to the point that I want anymore, because it's all about probability that you meet enough people. Even though how crazy you are, there's gonna be the other crazy people that willing to giving you the capital that you need, the knowledge that you need, the relationship that you need, the job that you need. So to summarize this video, it's all about people, and the opportunities that we're talking about is people. And you cannot just go there and talk to any random people. I understand that. And also you cannot just talk to people and bring to the result that you want. You need to giving the value for them also. And I'm gonna talk to that in the other video. This video is just gonna make it short like that. And I hope that it's gonna remind you on how important it is to give up the holiday that you have, to give up some activities that just sitting there play video game, to go to conference, to go to seminar, to meet more people, to talk to more people, in order to bring your relationship, the value that you have into next level, to change your life. Are you willing to give up the day off that you're having, rather than just sitting there and play video game and do some nonsense stuff, to put yourself out there on the market, to hunting for the opportunities, the people that you need? That's this podcast. That's the content of the podcast. Thank you guys, and hope to see you in the next video. If you like this, give me a thumb up, thumb down. I don't care about